That cicada was driving me a little bit nuts, so I moved away from it so that it wouldn't overpower the microphone. You can see there's still a lot of ambient noise here in my backyard, and it's going to keep recording that noise. Like it does right here. Records the noise and then discards it. Don't worry about that. It's worth having that up there so that when the bats do come, you can automatically record them. You get that no matches found sometimes too. You can just discard. Don't even worry about that. It'll go away. Awesome, we got a bat. According to the auto ID, that was a big brown bat. And what'll happen is it'll automatically save that and send it to the recordings. And we'll go and look at some of those recordings in just a minute here. Okay, now that we've got a few bat recordings, we can hop out of the live mode and go into the recordings and take a look at those a little bit. Hop out of the live mode, we just press this little red button here. And now we can still hear things, but it's not going to record things anymore. Press these 3 horizontal bars in the top left. I'll go to recordings. And it hasn't deleted our no IDs yet, but you can see we've got a little bat icon next to those IDs that were pretty good. So we've got a few of these tonight, and you can actually go back and check these out if you want to know what bats you saw over your night. You can use this for recording data. But let's take a look at this EPT FUS, that's for Eptesicus fuscus, that is the big brown bat. I think that's the best recording we've had all night. So we're going to go check on that one. We'll just press play. And then from here we can kind of go back. We can kind of take a look. Go back pretty far. But we can take a look at those chirps and how high they were, how high their frequency was, how powerful they were. And this is a good signature for a bat echolocation call. You see and you hear something like that and you know, wow, that was a good one right there. That you've got a bat foraging pretty close overhead. Another thing we can do while we're in the recording window is just go and take a double check at our ID. We can do that by pressing this little bat icon. And it'll tell us our most likely bat. So the most likely bat that this was, based on its echolocation call, was a big brown bat. Our second most likely bat was a silver-haired bat. But for the purposes of this class, we'll simply go with the most likely bat, with the understanding that there is some uncertainty associated with the exact ID when you're using an algorithm based on sound to automatically identify the bat. You'll see under the big brown bat's name, it's got this pulse rate 19 out of 25. And it doesn't say that there was 19 big brown bats. We're going to say there was one big brown bat detected. This is just a measure of confidence. So the bigger that number, the more confident we are that it was a big brown bat.